CNN News. Hello, and I am the wonderful, the dazzling, the absolutely beautiful Ellie.
Yeah, and I'm Faye.
And this is CNN News.
Yeah, we just threw that together because it sounded cool.
We bring to you the views of the world because our budget was cut.
We've been reduced to YouTube, no offence or anything.
So anyway, today we'll be talking about, first off, George Bush.
Junior, that is, even though he's pretty old.
Being of very English cells with very posh English accents who have scones and jam every day and regularly frolic about with our sheep and parasols and lady friends. No lesbian agendas intended.
We do, of course, have a civilised and completely prejudiced opinion of today's main specimen, George W. Bush.
The W stands for Washington.
Who? If you're out of touch with the political world, you may have seen on Dress George Bush or Make George Bush Dance games. Of course, we don't play them.
But he does look pretty good in the dress. Faye, so what was the point of this show again?
Well, I don't specifically know, Ellie. But before we start the show, I want to get this out of the way. No, I do not know anyone called Bob, even though he is my next door neighbour. I do not live in a castle.
He doesn't.
And I do not eat scones with the Queen.
You have scones with jam, Faye, not with the Queen. Silly, it's treason, people!
Free yourselves today from the reign of George Bush! Yeah. So we don't have much to say on this topic, do we, Ellie? Righty-ho, let's move on.
To Tony Blair.
Dumbo, same thing.
Yes, well, Tony Blair can't fly.
Exactly. I mean, why should we have a Prime Minister who can't fly? For God's sake, get your principles right, man! Principles not to be mistaken for the school principal.
Yes, and we being very English do not approve of Tony Blair when he resembles Dumbo so much and he can't fly.
Yeah. The original is always the best. Like those shows where everyone suddenly has an un-English accent and you're like, oh my goodness, the originals were Japanese, for God's sake. Head. Anyway, I heard that Tony Blair moving on. What about today's society? What is it falling into? What's with all the twins popping up everywhere?
Yes, they're infesting the world.
A twin?
That's supernatural.
I wouldn't want one of them in my house.
And the country really is going to the dogs.
No, it isn't, Ellie. How could you?
Stop going all patriotic on me. England for the World Cup!
You're a little late. Anyway, tell me that again when you know what it means. Lack of understanding the English language simply appalls me. I mean, who shouldn't know what pneumotrimicroscopic microscopic syllavolcanicanosis means?
Disastrous! Stop flocking horse and eye
Anyway, moving swiftly on, spiffing, the connotations of our words today before we end.
George Bush,
Satan,
Tony Blair,
Dumbo,
scones and jam,
roadkill.
Thank you, and good night.